Don't forget to share the live. You know what I mean? We're gonna get it in today. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on, and some of y'all been waiting for something like this as well. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get it in. Y'all share the live. Come on in, good people. Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. We already got the brother Ghost up in the building, so we're gonna talk about the alliance today. We're gonna talk about what we need today. All right. So y'all go ahead and share the live, show love. Yeah, peace to the guys. Let me let me just go ahead and get started. Let's get it popping.
Yeah. They insured the ships, they paid for the whips, they funded the expeditions, they paid for the trips, and they talk about genocide, they funded our Holocaust, they screaming out Mazel Tov from throwing the Molotov. Hit you in your noggin, now your yarmulke falling off. It's Yahweh or the highway, you'll be dead when the shotty spark. When the shots hit your chest, it'll burn like Bacardi Dark. Return of the Falasha, kill the white Jew imposter. Because you lack the matzah to deal with my people proper. Now you gon' have to deal with this bleeping shotgun, the slumlord. The moment you see me, you know you done for. You even see my face on your TV, you better run for it. The evil Hebrew, unequal, you claim to be the chosen people. The wrath of God come to see you. No respect for Israel, you criminal, set the colony. You hate me cause I'm speaking the truth, you try to silence me.
I believe in my God and in my gun. And you say, well, you don't really believe in God if you believe in the gun. I believe in God and my gun. And I pray that He will bless you to shoot practice when it's time to shoot. When it's time to shoot straight.
All right, all right. Peace to the gods. So as y'all know, today, and a lot of y'all been asked about this ever since I posted it about the alliance, about the Black Power Police. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, this is something that is well overdue. It's well overdue. It's something we definitely need. You know what I'm saying? I think the first time I even heard about, Black Power Police is with the Black Panthers, how they were policing the police, and we know what was going on back then as far as police brutality. The exact same things is actually going on today. Now, I don't know what happened to policing the police. I don't know what happened, but that's definitely something that we truly need. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna just do this. I ain't gonna waste no more time because a lot of y'all been waiting to even hear from a brother like this, to hear from I'm gonna say this is it gotta be a genius mind to even say like, hey, I'm gonna put this together and I'm gonna make it popping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we need brothers like this to keep coming out with different tangible things that we need. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna go ahead and put them on. And by the way, y'all come with the questions. I may read them. If it's a valid question, we're gonna hit them with it. So let me go ahead and bring them on. By all further ado, I got the brother Ghost right up in the building. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to waste more time. What's going on, brother?
Nah, man, chilling, man. Just working on this alliance, man. Thinking of different ways and better ways to get this thing started, get it funded. It's enough talking about it. It's time to start doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm gonna tell you this. I've been a part of different groups, things like that. One thing that all these groups always talked about, like, man, we really have to, be something similar to what the police is doing. Just something similar to what they're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And nowadays we know the police, like they are truly race soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So in a time of war, we need something in someone or some group to basically be a good balance. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be honest, from a young age, I never feel comfortable calling the police.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I never even feel comfortable being around the police. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the type of, guy I was. And I know it's a lot of us is really don't want to do that. And in fact, that's damn near a death wish, to call 911 on someone. Let's just say if you're a significant other or someone or a friend or whatever, you call 911 for whatever reason, somebody could possibly die. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know what the outcome could be.
Say it again.
You don't know what the outcome could be.
Yeah, we don't know. The outcome could be the death. You know what I'm saying, of someone. So to even have like a balance, because I think at this point we know for a fact that the police is not here for us to protect and serve us. The police is definitely, don't even care about us. And a lot of them, I mean, a lot of them, if damn near not all of them, are white supremacists anyway.
Oh yeah.
So we gotta have something. We gotta have some group of someone, So I was glad to see a group like the Alliance stepping up to the bat and say, like, here we are. You know what I'm saying? This is the job been asking for. Let's get it. But definitely want to talk about. So what actually inspired you to be the one to actually come up with this idea?
Well, I definitely don't want to sound like Martin Luther King, but it really did play out this way. So I literally had a dream about this, about me doing this. Some people may know Firestar, some people may not. Real cool with him, and we was talking about his Jeep and all of that stuff there, and what came out of it was that I've also talked to people like Ozone and all of that stuff there. It's a lot of different soldiers that's literally ready to go full blown balls to the wall, ready to fuck up some shit. You get what I'm saying? And I believe that we just not at that point yet to where we need to start doing things like with the brother dead in Dallas, because in the end of the day, that brother is dead. You get what I'm saying? So we need soldiers out there to start teaching our youth, and because I never had that growing up, to understand what Black Power is about, to understand our history and everything like that. So we can't be so ready to go out in the blaze of glory, because when you going out in the blaze of glory, it's really you just proving a point, and you're not going to prove that point when you're dead and gone, because after a while nobody's going to really remember your name. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about building. So what ended up happening was so I had already built the Alliance. I already had started it before I had this little dream of policing the police. So I started the Alliance off with, basically the Alliance was just going to be a group of high-speed soldiers to protect our leaders. Whether you in a militia or one of those ministers or something like that. I mean, in the Alliance, we don't preach religion, but we'll definitely protect those important leaders. You get what I'm saying? So anytime, in a moment's notice, like if you need us, we'll be there. So that's what the 44 stand for. It's never going to be no more than 44 operators. Those are like my special ops guys. You get what I'm saying? But what happened was, I start to realize, through all of these events that we're going to, and all the formations that we had. I've been to a couple of formations with NFAC. Going to Tulsa, probably most likely going to be there in Atlanta for Juneteenth. I start to notice that, in the end of the day, all of this is just reacting to these situations. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I got tired of doing that. So like, I just spent days and days and days of thinking like, how could I calm this brother down from ending up doing something crazy? And how can I have these guys over here that ain't doing enough to like, meet somewhere in the middle? And literally what happened was, one day I literally had a dream that I was in I was in Firestar's Jeep, and it was me and him and two other guys in the back, and all I remember was that we had like the police lights, we had police radios and all of that stuff there. And basically what happened was we were just responding to every 911 call involving black people. And basically what we did was like we just stand by, making sure that the police don't do no crazy shit. You get what I'm saying? And that's what we were doing the entire dream. And so when I woke up, I called my leaders. I did a conference call, and I told them about the dream, and I just wanted to see how they felt about it. And they was definitely down for it. I've been getting a lot of respect on it. A lot of people are saying like, yeah, let's do that. So when it come down to the patrolling type of deal, you know, those are not the operators. You get what I'm saying? The patrol guys is going to be your nearest neighbor. You get what I'm saying? Your neighbor could be somebody that's in the alliance, you know, that's out there patrolling that neighborhood on his day off, his or her day off. You get what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the vehicles. I'm trying to get you know, radio scanners. I want this to become a national thing that people will do on their days off to volunteer to help do this. And we go on from there. I want to get to a point to where, you know, just like what you were saying about earlier about, you know, some people don't feel comfortable with calling the actual police. You know, if you got, let's say, a sister getting beat up by her dude or whatever the case is, you get what I'm saying? She don't want to call the police. You can call us. You get what I'm saying? Because at that point, we've built so much relationships with the hoods that we're patrolling to where they know who we are at this point. They know what our uniform look like. They know what our vehicles look like. We passing out business cards because we chilling in those problematic areas. You get what I'm saying? So we want to get to the point to where people feel safe with hitting guns up in different type of situations, even when it comes down to, you know, health check. You know, a lot of times police come to check up on somebody who's maybe going crazy in their head at the moment, and then that person end up getting killed by the police. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to have people that have experience in all different type of fields for the patrol, because it's not just about the guns. It's not about kicking in doors and all that stuff there. You get what I'm saying? I want my patrol guys out there. That way the operators don't have to come out there.
Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful. So you mentioned slightly about different people have different experiences and things like that. So just touching more on your background, what type of experiences do you have? Like, where did you serve in the military, or like
So
are you a part of?
So when I was in the military, I was in the Army, and I was in the 10th Special Force Group that's out there at Fort Carson, Colorado. Spent some time in Afghanistan, you know, jump out of planes, all of that special ops stuff. So that's where my background comes from. I think I got disconnected from you. Can't hear you. Are you able to hear me?
All right, so okay.
Oh,
I can. Can you hear me? All right. So you mentioned about the youth as well, you know, as far as like having some type of training. So let me just ask this first. Like, what age groups are you looking at to be a part of the alliance?
Well, you gotta definitely be old enough to hold the pistol, and I think the national law for that is 21. But I would say, so far as the operators, because, you know, the laws for pistols and rifles are different. I think when it comes down to rifles, you can be 18. But when it comes down to pistols, you have to be 21 and older. So, you know, for the most part, I would say 21, but it just all depends. It really just all depends on what type of guy you are, because, you know, in the end of the day, you can join the military at what, 16, 17, and then, you know, You go out there doing your basic training and everything. You know everything about your weapons. So it just really all just depends. But I do have a special guy that's gonna. He's 17. One of my operators' little brother. He's getting into the revolution, and he really wanted to be a part of the Tulsa event. So I was like, you know what? How could I put him in there? Because I know he can't carry a rifle yet. He can't carry a pistol. We're gonna be having flags out there, so he can hold our flag, and he's gonna be in the front of the formation, and he's gonna, be right there in the front with all of the other leaders and their flags. So it's different ways that you can, be a part of this. I think I keep losing sick.
I wonder why this. Let me see, because I can hear you. It is going in and out for some reason. That's interesting. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I think the playback is going to be a little different. So, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. So we know for a fact that the police doesn't get a lot of training.
Right.
In fact, there's other professions out there that does the bare minimum, and they have way more training than the police does. So, just speaking of training, I'm not sure if you really but if you can you talk about, or are you able to talk about the training, what type of trainings, and how long something like that could take for someone actually to be a part of the alliance?
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make sure I can hear you clearly. All right, so so far as the training,
I think we've been.
So when it comes down to the training, I want to get to the point to one day that we are able to have a training facility located somewhere. Right now, as it stands, because the alliance is still something. It's a baby right now. The alliance is no more than maybe 3 to 4 months old at this point. It's still brand new. It's still a lot of things that I gotta learn, and there's still a lot of ways that I have to go about things. But as of right now, training is really going to be held on what your experiences is. Like if you have experience in being a security guard, or you have military experience, different things in that nature. Because as of right now, I don't have that location and area for you to do the training, and I don't have instructors, which is why we're all, we're trying to get this GoFundMe booming. We're trying to get the Cash App booming, and we're just trying to spread awareness. And speaking of spreading awareness, I also wanted to say thank you for being the first person to interview me about the alliance. But right now we're still in the building stage. We need the vehicles, we need the equipment, we need all of that stuff before we start doing mass recruitment and then training as well. So everything is little baby steps right now, but I'm hoping by the end of this year I'll have at least 3 vehicles. I'm hoping so. And we also got one of my leaders, he's also getting the K9 right now. So that's gonna also be a play inside of it. So everything is just like it's gonna take a while for everything to get fully developed, but that's basically what the plan is right now. I would say by next year we should be up and running. I don't know exactly what state or city that we're going to start in, but we're going to get started somewhere in some state by next year.
Okay. Okay. I mean, that sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. So I want I'm gonna get in. Hold on for just a second. 'Cause I think we're still having a connection problem. I want to make sure everything is right. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can hear and see you.
For some reason, your screen went blank.
Are
My
you able to see me now?
let me see if I can try something here. Hmm. All right, let me ask. Okay, I can see you now. Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, so good. All right, so I want to get into possibly some of the tough questions, perhaps.
Okay.
If you're down for it. All right,
Okay.
so say that after a year, things start to really pop off. You start to have, uh, you know, uh, the alliance almost in every city, or at least in every state or something like that. All right. So the first question I'm going to ask is, will there be like a certain type of number that someone could call as similar as like 911? You know.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
yeah we're trying to get to that point. We're definitely trying to get to a national number that you can call, and hopefully it can link you to the nearest the nearest operators, I guess, or the nearest scarabs. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Basically the get to you as quickly as possible. All of that is going to definitely come with time, but
Mm.
I would say in the beginning it's probably going to be like a local number, but after as time go by, it'll progress to a national number that anyone can call from a certain area, and it'll pick up where you are located.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So second question. So say like you witness police brutality right in front of you. They let's just say like even if you pull up on it, you pull up to the scene and then you just like right then and there you see, whatever cop either beating up someone or guns shown and pointed. Um, what do you think the actual proper protocol would even be something for something like that, like when it comes to the alliance and things like that?
So it is one of those tough questions, which is
Mhm.
why the alliance have to go in the direction that it's going. So
Mm.
I'm trying to do everything as legally as possible.
Right.
And the first steps of that is having a lawyer to, write up our plans and what we're trying to accomplish and what we want to do as professionally
Indeed.
as possible. And we want to present that to
Mhm.
every state governor that whatever state we are operating in. Once that state governor understands that we're not really asking you, but we're telling you what we want to do,
Mhm.
then we're gonna go back down to all of the county sheriffs and the local police chiefs, and advise their cadre on what we are, what we look like, everything, so on and so forth. Because we're not gonna hit them with a surprise to where they act like they don't know what the fuck is going on. You're gonna know who we are and what we do.
Right.
Now, so
Right.
far as in the situation, we pull up and the situation is escalating.
Mm.
Um, I'm hoping and praying that our presence would make them do the right thing. You get what I'm saying? Because that's
Right.
what we truly are. We're truly a deterrent, and we're there to have audio and video surveillance. Um, but in the event that something was to go south, like I said, I hope and pray that that day doesn't come.
Right.
But if it does, we will
Be
we
prepared for it.
will we will have to use deadly force if it come down to it. We
Right.
have all of these
Legally.
different things that, I
Mhm.
mean, we're gonna have the same thing that the police have. When it comes down to our uniform, the body cameras. I got my pistol. I got a baton. Got the mace, and got every single thing that the police officer would have. And I know those levels of force. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that a lot of today's police officers don't use those levels of force anymore.
Mhm.
They go straight for lethal. There's levels of force that's added to it. But if that day did come, then we definitely would have to eliminate that threat, because if we notice or we witness something that's unjust, and we're noticing that this situation is escalating more and more and more, that's when we will start intervening at that point.
Right.
But I was also asked, on the flip side, because I want everyone to understand that we're not savages. You get what I'm saying? I want everyone to understand that, yeah, we here for our people, but one of my old buddies that's still in the military, he's an MP, and I'll talk to him about what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to get the best knowledge that I can from him. He asked me, in the event of, like, if you at a scene and then the driver just so happened to pull out a gun and shoot the cop and take off, what am I gonna do? And that was a tough question that I wasn't ready for. And like I told him, we're not gonna chase that person because we're not police officers. Of course, we can't do that. But we will render aid to that cop. We're not going to leave a cop sitting there bleeding to death, especially if he didn't do anything. If that person just decided to whip out his gun and then shoot the police officer, we are going to render aid to that police officer. We're not going to be savages like that. So our whole main goal, like I said, is we're the middleman. You get what I'm saying? We don't want things to go wrong on either side. We're definitely there primarily to protect our people, but we don't want things to go wrong on both sides. And that's our whole goal. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
yeah, that's basically what we're going to be doing. And now if it came down to the time of having to shoot and kill our own in those type of situations, honestly, I don't know what to say about that. Cause I probably wouldn't do it. I can't see myself doing that to another brother. Like, I just can't see myself doing it. But like I said, I probably would render aid to that cop, and they're gonna have to find that guy on their own.
So that actually brings me to another question. So just think about the Black Panthers and what they did and some of the things that they did, for their communities and things like that. One thing I realized, well, first, let me ask you this. Like, have you seen, the Judas and the Messiah?
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay. So we know at this point there are ways that either the police or whoever informant could be a part of an organization, and could possibly, somehow get into the alliance.
Right.
I mean, what type of ways could the alliance kind of vet these certain people, to know exactly who they are and their actual agenda?
Well, I would say this. When it comes down to my special guys, the 44 operators, it would be easy to vet them, because when it comes down to them, they already have to prior had either been in another group, whether it was NFAC or Huey Newton Gun Club or the Black Panthers, so I'm well connected with some of those leaders. So if somebody from one of their groups decided that they wanted to be a part of the operators, because you can still be with that group and still be an operator for the alliance. So if they did want to be a part of that, I will be contacting their leaders. That's number one for the special op guys. Now, when it comes down to the patrol guys, there's no real way for me to know who's a snake and who's not. That's just going to be impossible. The only way that I'll be able to see that is when your team starts to tell me things, or tell that state leader what's going on with that person. But the way that they will be able to get in the alliance, I know a lot of people may not like how I'm going to be running it, but this is just how it is. In order for you to get into the patrolling thing, I will definitely be doing a background check on you. And that's just how it is, because in the end of the day, if I got somebody who wanted to be a part of the alliance, but yet you got warrants, you got whatever the case going on, and you're not even supposed to be holding a weapon, You show up to a scene, next thing you know, you get investigated, and then now the whole team that was in that car get investigated, and now the whole operation, the whole organization is going to get investigated. And now I'm going to be fucked up for allowing, a felon or whatever to be around people with weapons or holding a weapon himself in that case. So now, but when it comes down to, a rat or something like that, that's just something that you got to catch on to. There's no 100% way to find that out initially.
Yeah. Okay. That's very true. That's very true. And I ain't gonna lie. So, okay. All right. So I had this one question, but I want to ask you this first. Okay. So, well, first off, let me get into this because I know you put up a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And the GoFundMe, I think at the time it said around, was it 200,000 or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is that, for every state or like?
No, that's just the starting point that I decided to go out with. I just threw a random number out there.
Okay.
So basically, the vehicles, we're getting like retired police cars, and I've been seeing them average around.
Vehicles look nice, by the way. I love the way the vehicles look.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was bored at work and I designed that shit. I don't have those vehicles. That shit, I cropped and everything and put that on there.
It looked official.
But yeah,
it was real.
Look real.
Okay.
It look real. But so those vehicles that you do see, the Taurus was about 7,000, and the Ford Explorer, I think, was like about close to 10. So adding on the price of all of these vehicles, and then getting everything installed in them, such as those radios, those lights, the crash bars, all of that stuff costs a lot of money. So what my plan is I want to have at least 5 vehicles per county and 4 people inside of each vehicle. So that's about 20 people per county or whatever the case is. So that's basically how I want to go. And that's just a random number that I threw out there to really start getting these vehicles and really start getting them equipped, because the way that we're going to also be spreading awareness of it, and like I said before, even it's sad that we have to spread awareness this way, but for instance, like the people that's watching us talk right now, they will be able to watch us out there on them streets, because not only will we have a dash camera that's facing the windshield of the vehicle, we're also going to have cameras facing us that's in the vehicle, and we're going to be recording this. We're going to be putting it on YouTube. You are going to be able to see what your money went into, and there's going to be times that we go live and show you what we're doing live in those calls and responding to those calls. This is going to be damn near just like cops, but the other side.
Okay. Because I will say that's a good idea. For some reason, no matter how religious our people are, they still like to see things, for their own eyes,
Yeah, and then that's one thing me and my team was definitely talking about. Our people, they not going to donate them something that they don't see, which is why I have to. We're trying to get at least 3 vehicles by the end of this year, and that's when we're going to start the YouTube channel for the Alliance. That way, you can actually see us purchasing these vehicles. You can see us installing everything inside of them, and then we're going to have a date that we're actually going to start. You're going to see the process of us talking to these lawyers, these sheriffs, these police chiefs. You're going to see everything. It might be a freaking series or something. I don't want to create a show about it, but I want the whole world to see it. I want the whole nation to see what we're doing and spread that awareness. And once you see what we're doing, it may make you want to either join, or it may make you want to help fund it.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that's a good idea, especially for the beginning, so people can know, you know, that you showing your work. You know what I mean? Here's like you said, here's what you donating your money to. This is what this is about. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree. You know what I mean? So just talking about funding altogether, because I know, you know, saying, and some of my brothers and sisters are in the building that I was in part with an organization. You know, so some of them we had conversations on actually doing something like this, but the only problem is it's the people truly going to give the money, you know, to support it. You know, so that's one thing. The second thing is, do you think this is something that someone can actually do full time, you know, and actually get paid for it? Do you
Well,
think like
I
that?
definitely hope that we can get there one day.
Because
Because I
I would
definitely
tell
want.
you, if there's something that people could get paid for, I
Oh
know I'll probably be one of the first persons in
yeah,
line to do it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
So,
that's something that's gonna have to come. You know, damn near once a lot. Once we get to thousands and millions of people actually watching this and following the progression of it, and actually seeing that we're out here putting in this work. You know, if we start getting enough funds to where we actually can pay these people that's out there in the streets, I definitely would be doing that. Even when it come down to my operators, the operators that travel to these events, you know, I want to at least to the minimum get to the point to where maybe I may not be able to pay you, but I want to get to the point to where I can at least reimburse you for the money that you spent on the flights, the hotels, you know, ammo, all of this different stuff there. I really hope that I can get to that point to at least reimburse people for the money that they spent on traveling to these different places for these different protests or whatever the case is. But when it come down to the guys that's patrolling, yes, I definitely want to get to the point to where I can pay them. That's why it's starting out as a volunteer type of service.
okay,
You know, I
yeah,
just really want people to bring their hearts and souls to want to do this. And once we do reach enough money, you will get paid for what you're doing.
hmm absolutely. And you know, for the people that don't understand that, I mean, for any business or anything, or for starters, a lot of people have to put in volunteer work in order
Yeah,
for things to pop off.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, you gotta show and prove for anyone to even believe in the
yeah,
idea. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
once people see people putting in work, they really passionate about it. You know what I mean? They doing a great job at it.
yeah.
I guarantee you, the money will come in.
That's the reason why we basically came up with the idea of basically just having to make this a show, because you know if people are seeing this on YouTube, they're gonna
Mhm.
be tuning in every day because we're gonna be out there every day. You
Definitely,
get what I'm saying?
definitely. I mean, we got so many celebrities that would love to donate money towards things like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, and especially with all the things that's going on. I mean, we just had a sister that was shot in the head, you know, the other day.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, well, she's still alive, but you know, just to have, you know, someone there to protect her, just to have,
yeah,
because a lot of times we don't really know who to call. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That could have been the police that did that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And now you calling the police to help her out.
yeah,
You know, so and that happened often, especially in our neighborhoods. You know,
yeah,
so a lot of us heard tons of things what the police is actually doing. I can't believe the police did that. They did what? They just shot up a house for no reason, or this, then, and third. Like, who are you gonna call? You know what
and
I'm saying?
that's all that I was thinking about when I seen that news for her out there in the UK, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's all I was able to think about. I was just thinking like, man, like because I was on Facebook and I was just going through the comments. You know, you got some of them white folk that's making slick ass comments. You know, one person had said, he had said something along the lines of like, I wonder if they called the police to help her because you know she wants to defund the police. And you know, I was like, yeah, she could call someone. She could call the Alliance one day. One day in the event like that, you can call the Alliance. But like if we will be our own investigators. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We don't need help from them. We'll
Right.
do our own investigating one day. Everything is just gonna come with a process. You know, I want to get to that point to where we are our own department. You get what I'm saying? A national department, even if it becomes an international type of department. You know, for me, it's not about the clout. It's not about the fame. It's not about none of that stuff. Because even when I started this, I said, hey, if somebody else decided to take my idea and run with it and they got the money to start it, so be it. Because I mean, shit, I wouldn't mind being in the cars, even though I'm the one that created it. I still want to be in the cars patrolling the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it is what it is. It's just something that I know needs to be done. It's not about who do it or who started. It's about just doing it. That's what I really want to come out of it.
Right. Right. And I'm glad you mentioned like having your own investigation team.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I think a long time ago, you know, my house was broken into, you know, and for some reason I knew for a fact that the police wasn't going to do anything about it.
Oh
you
yeah.
know, but the sister I was with called the police, and I'm like, okay, and I just sitting up here watching them dusting the things around just to find fingerprints, all to find out they wasn't gonna do nothing about it.
They ain't care.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't give a fuck.
You know, so I feel like and we all should know they are only here to protect and serve these big businesses, you know what I'm saying, and these towns, you know, so they protect government and things like that. So
Yeah.
on the flip side, of course, if we have our own investigation team,
Oh yeah.
we have our own people that's going to protect our establishments. You know what I mean? Similar to because the NOI actually did that back in the day as well. You know, outside of them, they was able to protect different, you know, celebrities and different people. People will actually call up on the NOI and say, "Hey, you know, I'm going here. Can you protect me?" And that was a legit thing, as well as some of the Panthers back in the day as well. Far as who to call today,
Mm-hmm.
I would rather not call the police.
Yeah.
and their security team or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I would rather call someone that has at least be like minded with me to know exactly what to look for and what to protect me from and things like that. So I would rather call an alliance, you know, to get things.
Everyone that's going to be in these vehicles, they're going to have certifications that that they can back up their experience with. So, you know, even though I can't pay for you to do this, I need you to go take a CPR class. I need you to at least get the basic security license that you are able to hold a weapon as a security guard type of deal. You know, I need you to be able to do those type of things, know your basic like I said, CPR, knowing how to use the machine that you hook people up with, and then, you know, it do the electric thing, you know, whatever the case is. I need people to learn those things because it may come into play one day. It may come into play. We're not just there with guns. We are there to handle any situation that we're faced with, and we don't know what that situation could be until we get there.
Right. And I will be honest, you know, so like just showing up, you know, I could guarantee you the police would just nut up right then and there, like,
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
With our presence, they definitely gonna change the way they act. Because here's one of the things that police do that a lot of people don't realize. They're like baiters. You get what I'm saying? Like they like to bait. You get what I'm saying? So they're gonna bait you into doing or saying something for them to react to it. You get what I'm saying? They want to try their hardest to get you to do wrong so they can be right in what they did to you.
Right.
And that's something I know off rip. So so what we're trying to do is gonna come with some knowledge, it's gonna come with some training, and it's gonna come with a little bit of patience. But we definitely are trying our hardest to get at least, like I said, at least 3 vehicles by the end of this year. And it's all about where we decide to start it off at.
Indeed. And trust, they don't want no smoke for real.
Yeah.
You know, they rather bully people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They rather attack little children, you know, they don't have any gun or You know what I'm saying? It just amazed me the way they think, the way they want to show their so-called power and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
one thing that I took from Grandmaster Jay is power, respect, power. That's one thing that I did take from him, and I truly believe that, because once you see that we got that same force that you got, and we got educated people, and we know what the hell we're talking about. We know our local laws. We know how to save a life. We know how to use this German Shepherd. You know, the same shit that you got. We got the same thing.
yeah,
So don't push the envelope. You know what I'm saying?
indeed. They get to the point where they making like robot dogs and stuff. So they gonna try to stay on top, you know, one way or another. You know,
Ain't
you
nothing
just
that a
gotta be
trained
right
fish
with
can't
them.
handle.
Indeed. That's what's up. So, um, when it comes to joining the organization, because I know you still looking, you know, from all over. You know what I mean? And you saying like this is not just in America. This is
You know,
everywhere.
yeah.
Okay.
If I can get that international one day, then I'll definitely do it. Right now, we're just national right now in our country, uh, but yeah, one day. Right now, the recruitment, I slowed down on the recruitment. Reason being is because I don't got your equipment yet. There's no reason for me to keep on adding people to the alliance if I don't have a vehicle for you, no police scanners, no nothing. You get what I'm saying? But right now, we do have people that's a part of the 44 that's going to these events, which we're about to deploy to on Friday. But so far as the patrol guys, I can't really start recruiting people because I don't have anything for you yet.
Okay. So the people won't get it twisted. Is anyone allowed if they of the age? Is anyone allowed in the alliance?
So far as like my special guys,
Well, I'm saying like any race.
oh hell no, hell no, nah, hell no. That's the reason why. That's the reason why we have to get donations, because the point where, like, let's say for instance, if I wanted to get the alliance funded by the state or stuff
Mhm.
funded by the government, you get what I'm saying? That's no longer the alliance. I got to start hiring any and everybody at that point, because you're going to get sued for only hiring black people. That's number one. And then it's not going to be ran the way that you want to run it. So that's why this is something that has to be funded by our people, and that's the way that I'm going about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume that, of course, you know, someone actually have to pass the training and things like that in order to, you know, I'm sure you're not accepting any black
No,
person. Yeah, right.
no, yeah, you definitely got to come with some experiences. And when we get our training facility, you're gonna have to go to that training. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna have certified instructors. I'm gonna try to get the best of the best that I can. You get what I'm saying? But you're
Mm.
gonna have to get training, because I'm not gonna just allow anybody who just wanted to be a part of the alliance to get in the vehicle with 3 other people and go crazy out there in the cars and crazy
Yeah.
out there on the police department. You get what I'm saying? And all you're gonna end up doing is putting us as a terroristic organization. So
Right.
you gotta have your head right, and you gotta go through the training.
Right. Because I will say a lot of us, it's just not there. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah,
not really sane like that. A lot of us, you know what I mean? And I would say rightfully so. Like
yeah,
based on what's going on in this world, it can
yeah.
drive a person crazy.
It's a lot of people that's ready to just say fuck it all, and they are ready to really take some real action, and and that's why I say, before you do that, at least try this.
Right.
At least try this first before you do that.
Right. So you saying you gotta be disciplined and
Yeah,
things like, you know, your mind have to be right, you know,
yeah,
in order to. So I'm assuming you do have some type of training to kind of figure that stuff out, you know,
yeah,
what type of person it is.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Because I don't want anybody, you know, messing up anything that's
Nah.
with the alliance.
And then just for honestly, the beginning stage, just for you to get in the alliance at the beginning stage, I honestly I don't care what your experiences is and your background is. If I can't personally catch a vibe from you, you know how you can have a conversation with somebody and you can kind of feel, you know, they vibe. If I don't catch that vibe from you, no, I ain't fucking with you from the get go. I don't care what you come with. I ain't nah. If I feel like you kind of off just a little bit, nah, you can't be a part of it.
I feel
This is something serious. We have to have a higher standard than the police. You get what I'm saying? We have to outsmart them. You know, we have to do everything better than them to show that we do know what we're doing.
Right. And I say it's definitely a chess game for sure. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So you got to be 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. You know, so definitely with those police scanners and all of that, you know, I feel like those are important as well. You know what I mean? So, you know, I do want to leave it open for the chat. Like if y'all have any questions, go ahead and ask now. You know, just in case if I missed something. I know a lot of people is asking where are you at? You know, like you know,
So this is the reason why I'm the ghost. No one knows where I'm at. Only the powers that be know where I am. Only certain individuals know my face, and only some people have my name. That's why I'm ghost.
but I'm just guessing the reason why they asking that is to pretty much, you know where your group is at, you know, where your group is located and stuff like that.
So where I'm at is not where we're not going to start the alliance where I'm at. What 9 times out of 10, what I'm thinking, the first place, I'm going to try to find the most problematic area in this country, the most racial biased area that I can find. That's where we're going to start at. We're stepping right into the shit.
Okay. I mean, St. Louis would be one of them.
Hey,
You know,
that's what the saying is. We go where they are, and that can mean a whole lot of different shit.
like that. Make a lot of sense.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions in the chat? You know, so I think that answers the question where he's at. You know, he's a ghost. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, any other question? I know some people. So it was something. I'm trying to remember what the sister told me about, because I'm pretty sure it's a way that what she said back in the day, and this sister is she has a YouTube page, Queen of Radio, Linda Evans. You know, she mentioned back in the day, she lived in a neighborhood where they actually signed these affidavits to say that the police are not welcome in this neighborhood, in this particular neighborhood. You know, and they said they would pretty much handle everything, and you only allowed in this neighborhood if we actually call you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm wondering, because right now we have, as far as the police stations, they have pretty much set up like in zone. Well, I know for St. Louis, they have zones, and you know, different zones, different police stations have different zones that they patrol around and stuff like that. So I'm wondering, is it a way that the Alliance could set up their own zones? You know, once it gets popping off, and then let's just say a community like a community in St. Louis just happen to call like, hey, we only want the Alliance to be in this area, not you guys. You know what I mean? Is that a possible thing? Do you think something like that could happen?
Well, so from what I know, the way that it works out, right? Now, with a sheriff department, a sheriff is a elected official. You get what I'm saying? So people elect that person to be the sheriff for that county or that city. So that's something that will be there. Now, when it comes down to the city police departments, that is something that the community pays for. They take a vote on if they want that police department there or not. So let's take where I'm originally from. I can use where I'm originally from. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I'm at now. but we'll go where I'm originally from. So, I'm originally from Miami, right? So let's say, for example, the Miami Police Department. If the city of Miami felt as if they don't need that police department anymore, then they have a vote, a council vote or whatever the case is, to say yay or nay on whether they need that or not. Because ultimately, the only police department that you do need is a sheriff department, because the sheriffs they take care of the jails, the courts, they got people on the streets and all of that shit there. So you don't really need a city police department. That is something that the city decided to vote on.
Mm.
So if it did come a time where a city felt as if they didn't want that police department anymore and they wanted the alliance, we can 100% do that.
That would be fire.
Yeah.
I think that should be a move as well. You know what I'm saying? So hop on that station, then actually get funded. You know what I mean? They could possibly fund you just for that. Like the only downside to it, because someone asked about getting into a 501c3 or something like that. The only downside to it, when it comes to stuff like a 501c3, that's when the government could actually control exactly what you're doing. And I don't think that's something that organizations like this would want. You know what I mean? So, so definitely getting outside of a 501c3 and these certain individuals giving money, because we don't want anyone to control what we got going on. You know what I mean? So let me see. Someone asked about where can they donate. I know I put a link in the description to the GoFundMe, but you also have a Cash App. Can you share that Cash App?
I think the Cash App is the money sign and then Alliance 44. I think that's the way it is.
Okay, money sign Alliance 44.
Yeah.
Okay. May have to let me see if I can put that in. But yeah, so the GoFundMe link, it's in the description. You click on the description, you should find it. But then money sign Alliance 44. All right. So that's how you donate. Let me see what other questions we got up in here. Someone just asked, any thought of the Alliance joining with INFAC? I'm not sure of that question, but that's the question there. Any thoughts of the Alliance joining with INFAC?
Well, I say this. I do have a couple of operators that's from NFAC. Like I said before, you can be from any other organization and be with us part-time. You get what I'm saying? As long as your leader is okay with that, and I'll definitely reach out to your leader to make sure you are one of the ones that don't cause any problems and shit like that. But that's really all on GMJ. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever leader decides that they want to collab with the Alliance, I'm definitely open for it. But it's really all on them. I don't force the Alliance on anyone. So all it takes is a conversation, and that's all it really takes. But I can give you an answer to my own question. So another question that was asked of me, what's another reason that the Alliance started? So one of the main reasons is because of this body cam. This body cam, one of the things that I've always noticed is that whenever a police department feels that their officer did something that's completely justified, they will immediately put that video out. They will immediately put the video out to show the whole country that no, my officer ain't do nothing wrong. He was justified in what he did. He had to do this, this, that, third. But when the officer is wrong, it'll be weeks upon months before you see that footage. Now, the Alliance won't be able to be everywhere at one time. But you never know if you called the Alliance or you called 911 and the Alliance shows up, and you might have been that next case that's on CNN, but you won't be because the Alliance was there. You get what I'm saying? That's one of the main things, because we have our own cameras. You ain't gonna tell us what we can and can't show. We're gonna show everything. If something happened, the world will definitely see it that night. You get what I'm saying? You got North Carolina. I think Andrew Brown. I think his name. You know, you gotta wait. You have to wait on a judge to say if the police department is gonna show what happened. And by the time they show what happened, you're gonna have faces blurred out. You're gonna have some parts that's on mute. You know, you're gonna have parts that's edited out. You ain't gonna get the full raw video. Now, with the alliance, with the permission of the family, we're definitely gonna air that out. You ain't gonna have to wait months, and they're gonna see it right then and there if we were there. So that's the point of it all, man. Like that was one of the main points of the alliance, is that I'm really sick and tired of having to wait for them to release a video, and when they release a video, it's all edited.
Now, you know what would be also fire if we actually had our own jail cells. You know what I mean? So
I don't know when that's gonna happen. That's gonna be way down the line. I don't know, something like that.
I'm just saying, because in order to get voted in, you know, to protect the city, you know, you're gonna have to. Sometimes you're gonna end up taking people in. You know what I mean?
That Ford Taurus that was in the picture, that one has the cage in the back seat. So now that would be something along the lines as a citizen's arrest, but it also goes back to what I was saying when it comes down to taking the right steps about this. The first step is going to the state governors to see what we can and can't do. You get what I'm saying? Because not every state recognize a citizen's arrest. Not every state does that. So being that we're not sworn officials, we're still citizens. So it all comes down to what that state law is, and then maybe we can go about trying to change that law. But it will all have to fall under what we can and can't do.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just futuristic thinking. You know what I mean? Because that may be something to think about. You know what I mean? Just based on, you know, what can happen in any given situation. You know what I'm saying? To cover all areas, you know.
If we didn't have something like that in place, like I said, some of the vehicles will have that cage, and we can just hold you in that vehicle until, you know, if something crazy was to happen, like, you know, one of our own, and he fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He did some crazy shit or whatever the case is, probably beating on his girl or probably shot another brother or something like that. If we catch him, we gonna hold him in that vehicle until the proper authorities come. That's just the way that it gotta be.
Okay.
Because we like it's not gonna be, again, we're gonna see everything, whether it's by, just like how GMJ said, whether it's by white people or black people. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna sit back and watch our own kill our own or do some fucked up shit to our own. We're trying to make neighborhoods safer and better policing.
Okay. Because with having our own jail cells, you know, just putting this out there in the atmosphere, you know, what I think about policing the police, it gets me in the mindset of, because I never really seen this happen as far as policemen actually arrest another policeman. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, you tripping? That's against the law. And put them in handcuffs and stuff. Like, I have never seen that in my life.
Yeah,
I've seen it on TV for real. You know what I mean? Still in uniform, cuffs behind. Nah, you know what I mean? So, you know, who's going to police the police? Like, for real? You know what I mean? Because
definitely not the actual police.
right. Because they live by code. You know what I'm saying? They behind that badge.
Yeah,
and it's just what it is. Whatever they do, even if they mess up, you know what I mean? It's just like, hey, we all together.
Yeah, they just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah. So, I'm just thinking, you know, just future, you know, hopefully it can happen way more soon, you know, with all the funding that I know for a fact that you will get, you know what I'm saying? Because this, man, it's
Yeah.
overdue time.
And like I said, even my operators, and I thank them every day as much as possible. You know, I really appreciate, you know, when it come down to the alliance, all of us put our heads together. It's not just me in control of it. It's not no one man band. You know, my leaders come together, we present ideas, and you know, we see what we can do about it. And you know, one of my leaders, he's definitely trying to help as much as he can when it come down to the vehicles. And even when it come down to my job that I'm doing now, I'm transferring into something else to make more money to help fund the alliance. So
Indeed. My sister Puzzle says jails built especially for dirty cops. Brilliance, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh no, I'm gonna put them in the hole. They ain't gonna get a nice comfortable cell. Nah.
Nah, no cushion. It's just a small little closet. You know what I mean? But yeah, indeed. I don't really see any more questions. Like if y'all don't have any questions, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and let the brother go and get back to work. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of things to think about, write down, and
I got my Bojangles that I haven't gotten to eat yet. I'm trying to eat that.
He's trying to eat, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know, I appreciate you coming on, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you didn't have to do it, you know, but you came through, show love, you know.
Thank you for having me.
I'm the type of person, I just want to put the information out there. You know, if I see a great idea, I want people to support it, man. You know, I get sick and tired of, you know, us wanting something and then we turn around and not even support it when someone come up with the idea. You know what I mean? That was my main problem being a part of different organizations. It's like, where's the funding? You know what I mean? We doing this for y'all, but y'all want to fund it.
That's why I don't really take offense to it so much, because I know that our people is the type of people, they're not gonna donate to something they don't see. So now I would definitely feel some way if I got the vehicles and we out there doing the work and y'all can see it and still not funded them. Then that's when I feel some way.
I feel that, you know, but we put our money in all this other bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like we could be entertained all day, all night long. You know, once something happens, you know, some tragedy happens to our people, then we still put our money into entertainment. It's like, okay, when are we going to actually fight? What's going on? You know, because there's a lot of people out there that just want to do the right thing and do things for you and I. You know what I'm saying? So we need funding. I mean, the $1 billion, $1 trillion, you know, community, we ain't putting damn near less than 1% into ourselves. We ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's about that time for us to really start supporting ourselves. And like I said, the brother, he has a GoFundMe, and then he also has a Cash App. Now I did put the Cash App in. I didn't link it. I did put it in again. This $ Alliance 44. And if you actually click in the description, you'll also see the GoFundMe. You know what I mean? So, you know, right now, I think what the GoFundMe is at. Let me look at that again.
I think it's at like 110 or 120.
Less than $200, and it's been up for how long?
Probably about close to 2 weeks, I think.
Okay, 2 weeks.
I think somewhere around there.
Come on, we got to do better now. I need y'all to share this live. I need y'all to really, really get it out so people could really be aware of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, you know, I would love to have protection in many different ways. You know, I would love to be protected even if I go out. I would like to cause one. If I don't have my homies with me, you know what I'm saying, around about, they busy or whatever, I would love to call the alliance and be like, hey, I just need to, you know, I don't know, go out of town or whatever. You know what I mean? I just need to be with
whether you call us or if a situation happening, we're gonna be responding to those 911 calls anyway.
Right.
You know, we're gonna be listening in on them scanners. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna be just chilling at the local corner store type shit where everybody be coming in. You know what I'm saying, from the neighborhood, because we want to get to know everybody. You know, we want you to understand that we here and build a relationship with the hood or whatever the case is. And while we're doing that, we're gonna be listening to them 911 calls, and if anything come over the radio,
Indeed.
we definitely trying to slide there. We trying to stay close. That way we can rapidly deploy to wherever that situation is.
Indeed. So I'm gonna say now, I'm gonna see if I can say it like Suge Knight did, with Death Row. If you're tired of the police, you know what I'm saying? If you tired of the police doing what they want to do in your neighborhood, they're not even from your neighborhood. They just there, what I mean? And they don't respect you. They don't respect anyone that look like you. If you're tired of all of that, if you're tired of people dying in your neighborhood by the police, you know what I'm saying? Call the Alliance. Donate to the Alliance. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll do the best that I can.
You know what I'm saying? Get the Alliance popping. And things like, because the Alliance, it may not be the only organization that's like that. Get all of them popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, by the end of this month, it should be way more than $200. Come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for real.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Indeed. So I tell you what, brother, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's been a pleasure, very glad to have you on. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind getting updates from you, whenever that happens, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Just let me know. Anytime you want to hop on, you definitely can, So
Thank you.
Want to tell you this page is just for the people, you know what I mean? So, I don't get paid for this. It's just strictly out of love, you know what I mean? So we want to do it like that. And I want to say peace to the guys. Y'all support the brother. Y'all support the organization, the Alliance. Hit up his Cash App and also the GoFundMe. All right. So one love, brother. Salute. All right. And peace to the guys. Peace. Yeah. Go eat, man. Yep. All right, y'all. There you have it. That was the brother Ghost. You know what I'm saying? So support the brother. Support organizations like that. You know what I mean? That's something, being a part of St. Louis organization and New Black Panther Party, that's something that we dreamed about. We always asked about. Even when I was in the organization in Seattle and Tacoma, we talked about the exact same thing. We need to be patrolling our own neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? We need to really watch these police. We need to really be an answer. So here's the answer. You know what I mean? That's what he's putting out and representing. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to y'all to support it in many different ways. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can hit up the Cash App. You know what I mean? I'm going to say as far as contacting the brother, because that's what I forgot to ask. Not sure if you have an actual email, but he does have a excuse me. He has a Instagram page. All right. So there may be the way to contact. And in fact, I want to tell you, he has the Alliance page as well, but he also has his own personal page. It's Ghost A44. Let me see if I can actually find this line. I want to go ahead and share that. So if you want to reach out to him, you definitely can. Again, I don't think you have an email. Give me just a second. Here we go. Let me blow this up so y'all can see his Instagram page. All right. Let me blow this up. Here we go. All right. So let me make sure. Here we go. The Alliance. This is how that looks. All right. 444.the_alliance. All right. Right now, this joint has 25 followers. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get those up. And boom, there's the email right there. There's the email. 444.the.alliance@gmail.com. Right there. You know what I'm saying? We go where they are. All right. So there it is. It's right there. 444.the.alliance. 444.the.alliance@gmail.com. Let's get it in, family. Let's get it in. So I want to say peace to the guys. Thanks for watching. You know what I mean? And until next time, and don't forget to support the platform. You know, my Cash App is in the description as well. Show love. You know, show love. Peace to the guys.
Get 'em. They insured the ships, they paid for the whips, they funded the expeditions, they paid for the trips, and they talk about genocide, they funded our Holocaust, they screaming out Mazel Tov from throwing the Molotov. Hit you in your noggin, now your yarmulke falling off. It's Yahweh or the highway, you'll be dead when the shotty spark. When the shots hit your chest, it'll burn like Bacardi Dark. Return of the Falasha, kill the white Jew imposter. Because you lack the matzah to deal with my people proper. Now you gon' have to deal with this bleeping shotgun, the slumlord. The moment you see me, you know you done for. You even see my face on your TV, you better run for it. The evil Hebrew, unequal, you claim to be the chosen people. The wrath of God come to see you. No respect for Israel, you criminal, set the colony. You hate me cause I'm speaking the truth, you try to silence me.
I believe in my God and in my gun. And you say, well, you don't really believe in God. If you believe in the gun, I believe in God